Hi everybody, this is Cheryl. Today I want to talk about paste beads, and this is my set of paste beads, or also known as Ranger beads. Recently I sent packages to Gavin at GM Survival and also one to my sister, and I included in their package a set of paste beads, and I told them that I would do a video to explain what paste beads were and how to use them. Now, bear in mind, I'm still used to using this system. I just learned it, so I'm still learning. Okay, so basically, a set of paste beads has 9 beads at the bottom here, and then there's a knot, and then there's 4, okay? And each one of these at the bottom represents 100 meters. When all of these are up, that's 900 meters, and then you slide up one of these, and that's 1,000 meters. Okay, now I'll explain a little bit more about that. Now this is all done in metric, but don't worry about that. That's just how it's set up. You don't have to do any figuring in metric. Okay. Now, first thing you've got to do when you have a set of paste beads is set your pace. And each person's pace is going to be different. Now, the average pace is 65, but your pace may be more or less. That's just the average, and that is over flat terrain. Okay? So the first thing you have to do is set your pace. Now the way you set your pace is you measure off 100 meters. And then you just walk that 100 meters counting your pace. Now when you're doing this, you want to use your normal stride. You know, you don't want to go fast, you don't want to go slow, just your normal stride as if you're taking a walk down the street. Every time you start at the starting point of the 100 meters, and every time your left foot touches the ground, you count 1. Okay, so every time, and you count as you walk it off, every time that left foot touches ground, you count. All right, so once you've figured out what your pace is, you can then use your beads. So let's say you're walking down the road and your pace is 65. Every time you count, every time your left foot touches the ground and you count, once you hit 65 paces, that you pull up one of these bottom beads. That means you've gone 100 meters, okay? And you keep doing that until all 9 of those beads are up, okay? And that and oh, I need to fix mine. And that will give you 900 meters. Once you go another 100 meters, you push one of these up. Okay, that means you've gone 1,000 meters or 1 kilometer. Okay. Then you slide these back down and you start over. Once these are back up again, you pull up your second bead. That means you've gone 2,000 meters or 2 kilometers. Okay. Now, when you're using these would be good for, like, let's say you're out hiking and you're wanting to take a day hike away from your camp, and you want to mark down, you know, how far you go. You want to keep track of how to get back to your camp. So this would be a good way of figuring out how to do that. You can also use these for night if you're traveling at night. And you know, if you don't have ability to read a map at night because of, you know, low lighting or whatever, you can actually find your way around by using the paste beads at night, because you're actually physically marking, you know, well, I went west 100 meters and then I went north for 200 meters, you know, and you can just do it in reverse to get back to wherever you were. So that's what these would be good for. They're, if you are leaving a trail for someone to follow, and you have a way of communicating, but, you can leave markers, or you can communicate someone and say, well, go 100 meters and then make a left, or something like that. And that's what those would be for. It'd be to mark off how to get back to somewhere, or how to get to someplace. You traveled somewhere during the day and you want to get back to that place, you can mark your trail by using the paste beads. Perfect for figuring out, oh, great fishing spot. How'd that get there? Yeah, there you go. So that's what these are used for. Now let's talk about how to make these, and I'm definitely going to have to redo mine because my bottom beads are not working properly. Basically, you use paracord, a D-ring, or a key ring, or anything like that, for the top here. See that I just use a little piece of wire attached to my key ring, and you attach your paracord to whatever ring you're going to use with a good sturdy knot. I actually sealed mine by using a lighter and then pressing that together so the knot doesn't come out. Then you string on 4 pony beads. Now the thing with the beads is they cannot slide down. If you noticed when I put mine on, see how mine are sliding down? You don't want that to happen. I'm actually going to have to redo mine. But you don't want them to slide down, because that defeats the whole purpose of this. They've got to stay in place, okay? Otherwise, you're going to lose your count. So, and that could cause a problem if you really are navigating, out of the woods or whatever. So you want to make sure that they do stay up. If I shake this, the chance of these falling down is good. So you want to make sure that these pony beads are very tight on here, and that you physically have to move them. See, when I pulled that down, the rest of them fell down. That's not good. But these pony beads need to be on there good and tight. Okay. Now, once you have your paracord attached to your ring, you slide on 4 pony beads. Okay. And then about an inch or so down, you tie another knot. It's just a knot to separate the top beads from the bottom beads. Then you slide on 9 more beads, okay? And then you can leave a couple inches or so, and then you tie your knot to keep your beads on there. And that's it. That's very simple. It's a very simple project to do. Now, on the ones that I made for Gavin and my sister, the pony beads I bought had an extremely large hole. And so I ended up having to put 2 pieces of paracord on them, but I took the center out of the paracord because, number one, the paracord alone was not thick enough, but 2 pieces of paracord with the centers in them was way too thick. So I put the 2 pieces of paracord together, and then I put knotted them and strung the beads on. Now for mine, the pony beads I had, the hole was smaller, so they actually fit, but over time it's gotten flattened, and that's why my beads are falling down. So you want to make sure that you use something that's going to keep those beads in place, because like I said, it's very important that they don't slide down on their own. You have to be able to pull them down. So that is the basics of how to use paste beads and how to make paste beads. If any of you that have used paste beads for a long time, if I've said anything wrong, or if you need to add anything to what I've said, or make it a little clearer, whatever, please, please leave a comment in the comment section. Because like I said, I am new to this. I'm still learning it, but that's the basics of what I've learned about it. So y'all get out there, make you a set of paste beads, and y'all have a good day. Bye.